Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name is Landon, and here we play Jank. So I'm going to continue playing this Orbeetle deck that I've shown you guys. It's really good for completing daily challenges, which is great because right now I have a daily challenge of retreating 4 times. So Orbeetle's actually really good at retreating. The whole point of Orbeetle is to get as many Orbeetle into the active on a single turn as you can. So being able to retreat is pretty nice. Alright, we flipped heads, meaning our opponent gets to pick if they go first, which they most likely will. We'll go second. Hopefully we can start Diancie. That is our preferred start in this deck, but we don't play 4 copies of it because it's so thick, having 4 copies of Orbeetle and VMAX, and then 4 copies of Diancie is just a little ridiculous in my opinion. Alright, so we start with just an Orbeetle, but we do have a quick ball. So the big question is, do we go for the... we see a Zapdos. And we get to go first, actually. So, I think I will go for an Orbeetle, actually. So let's quick ball the Turffield Stadium. And we will grab... going for Bidoof is such a good move, though. We'll go for the Bidoof, actually. That way we can try to set up a Bibarel and get some draw going here. Alright, we will end our turn. Our opponent has Zapdos. I'm assuming that they have Vikavolt. Vikavolt is a fairly popular deck right now. So I'm kind of assuming that's happening. There's also a daily challenge today to play 1 item card. So it's a very troll move to play Vikavolt right now, which blocks people from playing item cards. So, we see a water energy they searched out, which is fairly common for Vikavolt because they use Melanie to attach it to the Vikavolt to try to accelerate energy a little bit quicker. So the quick ball, discarding that water energy, will activate will allow them to use the Melanie, which they may or may not have in their hand. Quick ball searching out Vikavolt is probably what's happening here. Of course, I could be wrong about this. And I wasn't. So, yep, Vikavolt comes down. Do they Melanie? Do they have the electric energy? They put down Mew. Okay. There's the electric energy. Speed lightning energy, so it lets them get 2 cards. Is one of those Melanie? Cross Switcher comes down. Gonna put Bidoof in the active, and that's gonna switch to Mew. Now Mew can search out for item cards, I believe. Not trainers, not supporters. So searching out for a Melanie might not happen here. A Trekking Shoes was gotten with the Mew, which means there probably wasn't much great to grab, but Battle VIP Pass is a good card there off the Trekking Shoes probably. Another Vikavolt and a Greninja, Radiant Greninja, great for draw. So what are they going to do? Conceal cards, discard another water energy for 2 more cards. Trying to find that Melanie. They are really trying right now. I can't blame them either. Melanie's a fantastic card. Sweet. They were not able to find it, so we will not be item locked right this second, which is quite helpful for us. We can switch out of the active with Bidoof and Professor's Research. Professor's Research did get us that Orbeetle, which is pretty nice. We've got an Air Balloon, we've got Escape Rope, we can Turffield Stadium for an evolution. And I'm feeling good right now. Feeling real good. We will use Eerie Beam, which will put damage counters down. We will KO this Mew, so that will remove a little bit of their... I should have played the Air Balloon. Why didn't I? A little bit of their consistency, but I'm sure they can get going here. It'll be interesting once Scarlet and Violet comes out that tool cards won't be item cards, so Vikavolt will be a little worse, although it will rotate and all that jazz. But I do think that's interesting. It gives a little bit more counterplay. I'm a big fan of the change. Conceal cards, 2 more cards coming out. They just need an energy. They could have attached that and had item lock going. They might be going for the Super Zap Cannon attack, which requires 3 energy, but then they discard 2, leaving them with just the 1. So it limits Orbeetle's output in damage, but it doesn't get them the item lock. And I think the item lock is important here. Quick Ball comes down, removing Lost Vacuum, going to search out a Zapdos? A Luminion. That's going to get them their Melanie. So they're really going for those 3 energy here. Yeah, that super zap cannon. Yep, there's the Melanie. Now, doing 190 is good. And if they can do that 2 turns in a row, I'll be in trouble. Because I'm not really getting the KOs off this Vikavolt due to them discarding energy. So they need to keep this going, which is going to be the difficult part for Vikavolt. But I think they can. They're definitely, you know, I think the deck is capable enough to pull that off. There's the Speed Lightning energy. Drawing 2 more cards. Now, if they don't use Super Zap Cannon this turn, I will be getting a KO. So they need to use it in order to discard those cards from Vikavolt. Now, the sad part about that for them is they're not really setting up the Vikavolt on the bench, which might hurt them in the long run, but we'll see what happens. It also won't be getting us under item lock, which means we are free to play the Air Balloon, the Bird Keeper, the Orbeetle, which is kind of what I would be going for. Yeah, so 200 damage. They have to discard 2 energy. Those are the 2 I would select as well. Another Orbeetle. Looking good, looking good. Air Balloon. Air Balloon. Grass Energy. Orbeetle. We will Turffield Stadium for a VMAX first. Less likely to draw it with the Bird Keeper. And we will switch into this one. Okay. Eerie Beam. All those. We could Escape Rope, and that's questionable, because then it makes it harder for them to get a Super Zap Cannon off there. They would only be doing 60, and that would keep this Orbeetle alive. So I think I'm going to. Escape Rope. It's going to force them to put something in the active. It's probably going to be Zapdos or Radiant Greninja. But you never know. It could be the next Vikavolt, knowing I can't get that KO. It's the Radiant Greninja. So we'll go ahead and put this Orbeetle in the active. Eerie Beam, everyone. And I think that's all that we can do right now. So we got that Vikavolt out of the active. Now, it's not difficult to get Radiant Greninja out of the active. It's 1 retreat cost. But that could cost them from being able to do Super Zap Cannon again, and that could save this Orbeetle VMAX from being KO'd immediately. And that's the goal. If they play Switch, then obviously that is no longer the case. And they could, very well could. They could also be playing Scoop Up Net or something else to get Greninja out of the active. But it's just that minor nuisance of having Radiant Greninja in the active that I'm counting on to hopefully slow down my opponent enough where I can keep it going. That's my thought process right now. Hopefully my thoughts don't betray me. Electric energy there, okay. Earth and Seal Stone. That's how they do it. No, wait, that's Forest Sealed Stone I'm thinking of. Earth and Seal Stone does something else completely. It puts all your Pokemon V down, up, and they have Scoop Up Net. Now, in all honesty, I don't think they should Earth and Seal Stone this turn. I know it's tempting for them. That'd be a lot of damage, but not getting the KO, I think, is too drastic in order to use it effectively this turn. In my opinion. I could be wrong. I have not played Vikavolt in a long time. I mean, since before Orbeetle came out, so... Come on. I gotta see what they're doing. I'm so excited. Come on. Sometimes the game just moves a little slow for me. Okay, beautiful. So they use Super Zap Cannon, dealing the damage to Orbeetle. getting those 3 prizes, that is absolutely huge for them. We'll put this Orbeetle in the active. We get Ordinary Rod. Orbeetle will come out. Eerie Beam. Everyone here. Grass Energy there. Okay, now I know they play Scoop Up Net. Man. I almost want to. Let's do it. Why not? We'll get all that back. And we will Professor's Research, I think. Is doing 100 there worth it? Or do we want to mix this up? We're going to mix it up. We're going to force them yet again to... I mean, if they put Zigzagoon in the active, we definitely get the KO there. Weakness and all. But if they, put up Luminion, also has 1 retreat cost. Zapdos has, I think, 2. Okay, so we're definitely getting the KO this turn, which is good for us. Really good for us. Okay, I can put Orbeetle down. I can Eerie Beam. And we'll grab another prize with the Zigzagoon. So my opponent needs to set themselves up in a situation where Earth and Seal Stone will weaken everyone to the point that... oh man, what am I trying to say? That they can just grab a quick KO. Honestly, they just need to Super Zap Cannon twice. That's it. Next turn, just Super Zap Cannon. This turn do it, next turn do it, and you're good. They're getting quite a big hand here. It's allowing them to get exactly what they want. We finally got a Marnie, so I'm hoping next turn I can disrupt their hand enough that we'll be able to draw this game out longer. That is the goal. And maybe I'll actually get a retreat in, finally. Interesting. So they go for the item lock. Interesting. Now, they didn't actually play a lot from their hand, so it's making me question the Marnie. Do I play it or not? I'm going to say play it. An 11-card hand is something I can't take lightly, and they have nothing else here, and I think I get the KO. Eerie Beam. That'll be 60 on there, and yeah, I think I get the KO with this. Right there. So we grab 2 more prizes. We only need 2 more prizes. And the Vikavolt is ready for a KO. If they put 2 energy on there, it's ready for a KO. It's ready to go. Alright, so I can Marnie again this next turn. If they don't item lock me, I can put the Air Balloon on this Orbeetle, or I can play on Bidoof or something. But I'm feeling pretty good right about now. They need a Melanie and an Electric Energy to get Vikavolt up, unless I'm forgetting something. There's the Melanie, putting a Water Energy on Vikavolt. 3 cards. They have 20 left in the deck. How many electric energies do they play? They've got 2, 3. They should have enough energy in the deck, I would imagine. I would imagine Speed Lightning, there it is a 4 of. So they're going to get item lock again. So I need a grass energy because I don't want this Orbeetle sitting in the active. However, with this having 2... interesting? What's happening? They're escape roping out of the active, putting Mew in the active, which will let them search out for a item card. But what item card could they use that would get them what they need? Which is an electric energy on Vikavolt. Scoop Up Net, okay. On the Radiant Greninja? To reuse its ability? That's the only thing I can think of. If we take a snapshot right here, I think we are in a good position, and I think our opponent has options. So who do you think's going to win? Let's see. We are 15 minutes into this. At the 15-minute mark here, who do you think's going to win? My opponent just passed the turn. I think that answers it. Eerie Beam. Air Balloon. I can retreat into this Orbeetle, who will Eerie Beam. Then I can switch into this Orbeetle, who can Eerie Beam. I can Ultra Ball. These two cards I just don't need. And, ooh, Bibarel. Bibarel is a good choice here. I don't know how much longer this match is going to go, but getting another Orbeetle I don't think would be the best move right this second. There was an argument I should not have Marnied. Clearly my opponent did not have the hand that they wanted, but it got me the grass energy, which is huge for me right now. I'm going to Escape Rope and see what they put in the active. I've got a powered up Orbeetle with 0 damage on it. That will really be beneficial right now. I can Quick Ball away the Ultra Ball, and I can grab my final Orbeetle. Done. I can play that down. We can draw. Our deck size is getting a little low, so maybe we need to slow down. But we are kind of on fire right now, so hopefully that continues and gets us the victory that we so desperately, desperately, desperately want. All right, so let's see. Three Eerie Beams will get us the Mew, and the Zapdos. So how do we lose this turn? We have the Bird Keeper and we have Air Balloons. How do we lose this turn? That's my question. Because I think we win next turn. If they Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net has got to be their play. Scooping up the Zapdos and the Mew. Or at least one of them. I do have 4 Eerie Beams as a possibility, but very unlikely. Dragonite. Man, you don't see Dragonite very often. At least I don't. Over the holiday, I did not pay enough attention to the meta. I do apologize, but I was having fun. Okay, attaching... Okay, so they attach the Air Balloon to the Radiant Greninja, so they can move that out of the active. They still need to scoop up Zapdos and Mew. If they don't do that, I think I win. Choosing a new active Pokemon. Vikavolt, exactly who we expected. Vikavolt can do 190. Even if they boss up this Orbeetle, that's not KO'd. We have 250. They're only doing 200. With the Zapdos doing 200. Even with a Choice Belt, that'd be 230, and we would still have 20 HP remaining. I think we just won. I think we just won. So, almost 4 minutes ago, when I asked, who did you think was going to win? Did you think it was me? Because, I gotta be honest, I wasn't completely convinced. I thought we were doing pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I was not completely convinced. We will attach to that one. We will Bird Keeper this one. Eerie Beam. And last but not least, retreat into this one. Eerie Beam. And we even had a switch. We could have done Eerie Beam one more time, but we didn't need to. There we go. And give me that Mew. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is what I love about Orbeetle. Oh, my opponent put up a fantastic match. That was amazing. That was drawn out long enough where I loved that match. My opponent did fantastic. So thank you so much to my opponent for such a good match. Orbeetle did exactly what we wanted to. and it extended the match long enough. There was a point where I thought this was going to be a quick match, and it turned out it wasn't. We were able to extend that match long enough that we were able to grab that victory from our opponent. I'm so happy with how that match went. I hope you guys are too. I hope that was exciting for you to watch, as exciting as it was for me to play. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, especially if you want to see more stuff like this, because this is why I play Pokemon. Such a good match. And as always, until next time, keep playing Jank.